Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's another installment of the Fifth Quarter Podcast, episode number 15. You know, we back again this week. Big 1-5, Tim Tebow, Mello, whatever it is. I got all my guys in here tonight.
Vince
Got
Carter.
Remy, please.
Hey,
Vince Carter wore 15, right?
yeah.
Yeah, Vince too.
I'm about to say, wait a minute. And Patrick Mahomes. Lighthouse.
Was good.
And I got P Shack. What's up, man?
What's up, Keys? How you feeling, bro?
I'm chilling. Another week. Hey, but guess what? As I guess we got 4 Redskins fans in here, right?
Yeah.
So guess what? I'm
Cool kids.
right now. So there's been some comments in the news lately of Alex Smith in the GQ magazine. He made some comments, and I want to get you guys' opinion and takes on it. And some of the things that he said was, I guess he didn't like some of the treatment that he was receiving in his recovery.
And that's just small shit.
in his recovery, to him ultimately being able to play back on the actual football field. And I want to get you guys' take. He said that we weren't in his corner, this, that, and the third. Ron Rivera wasn't as accepting of him and his timetable. It seemed like they were on 2 different timetables. The Redskins wanted to kind of hold them back, and Alex Smith kind of wanted to push forward. But I feel as though rightfully so. I mean, you had like one of the worst goddamn injuries ever. You know what I'm saying? But what you guys think? What's up, Al?
Yeah. I mean, when I first read them, because you know how media kind of hits you with the key points that they want to push. So at first, I was kind of taken aside by it. Like who is he to, talk down on my team? You know what I mean? Because players at the end of the day, they the outsiders, and my team is always gonna be my team. Players come and go and shit like that. But after a while, we was down to you too, nigga. So so they had a right, that's a natural reaction. You come in here with a tore up leg, you was not dressing for the majority of the games leading up to that point. So the chips, fell a certain way, and you had a chance to play. So of course, I mean, how else did you expect them to feel? They wasn't looking at you like, come on, Alex, we really need you out there week 1. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I mean, it's like they want to preserve, your quarterback, especially. You want to preserve him. Mm-hmm. And I think he might have even came back too early, for real. He did his thing, but I would have even gave him the season off just to see if he could put weight on that thing. Because like Remy said, man, I was scared for him. I was watching the game and no,
that shit was
brutal.
It was that Rams game.
It
was Aaron Donald.
And they was feasting.
Aaron Donald was on this nigga's back.
There was
for 3 steps, he was just on his back. I was like, yo, if there was anything that would have hurt, that shit probably.
And that was Aaron Donald. That's not that ain't a cornerback,
right?
It's a whole dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I think his competitive nature probably had him talking and speaking out of, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I could think of. You know what I'm saying? When you got the competitive juices flowing, you I don't care what anybody say. I want to get out there. I understand that, but you can't bag talk the organization because they trying to let you heal. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing I don't understand is you wasn't even, I don't know what was his final numbers for the season, but it wasn't he actually lit the world on fire. You know what I'm saying? And then, it seems like as if he knew that the writings was on the wall that he was going to get released, because it's so funny how these comments come out around the same time. So the only thing I can
while Ron was on vacation too, mind you, that he was while Ron was on vacation this past week. So
yeah, so it makes you think, right? Let's say that the Redskins was to release Alex Smith, and he said nothing. People be like, oh, they released him because he probably clearly his leg ain't all the way up to par. But if he come out with a story saying shit like, oh, they didn't give me a fair chance, oh, I could have did this, I could have did that, I think he just doing that shit to keep his stock, somewhat attractive if anybody else was to try to sign him. Because if the Redskins just cut him, he led us to the playoffs, and we cut him, it's going to straight up look like it's because of the leg. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably some shit he had to say. But either way, man, I mean, it sounds like some bullshit, man. It sounds like some bullshit. It just does, because like literally, like everybody was saying, you had one fucking leg. Everybody was trying to preserve your health. They wasn't even dressing you a majority of the season until they had to. So it's like for you to come out now talking about you ain't get a fair shake, like that shit just don't make sense. And on top of that, it wasn't like, even though we did win the division, it wasn't like you had great numbers. Like he still threw more picks than touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so I don't think he really in the position to be talking like that. But
And Shaq, you right. It's like coming from his perspective. He said they put him on the PUP list for 2 weeks, and then they tried to put him on IR. So they was trying to shelf him for the whole year.
Listen,
so, I mean, that's what you probably should have done. Like,
guys, we
and how much you picking up on the cap?
Right, yeah.
That was the elephant in the room.
And we had a first round quarterback, you know what I'm saying? He's getting paid first round money, and then you getting paid, max contract, 5 years ago money. So yeah, that's just too much.
And also you gotta also side, even more of a reason why I kind of side with this with the Redskins on this one is because our previous history ain't too good with you know what I'm saying, as far as like injuries and recoveries. So they was trying to get this one right. We cannot force this dude back onto the field and have another RG3 situation or just somebody. And you know what I'm saying?
Shit could have been worse though. Like imagine if you'd
worse. Yeah. So you can. So it's no way that like any sane person. So it even more to what Marcus was saying. It makes more sense that this was a PR move rather than because it don't really make sense for you to say, like, what do you mean? Like everybody in the country was obviously rooting for you. You had you damn near won comeback player of the year before you even stepped on the fucking field.
Yeah.
So everybody was in your corner. So for you to like kind of you know that you're a cap casualty. You know we probably gonna let you go. So the best thing for you and your PR staff, like, yo, you gotta say something. And what he said just didn't make any sense. It was just like, what are you talking about? So
yeah. I mean, but it makes sense from when he's explaining it from the Redskin perspective. It makes sense on the Redskins' behalf.
That's what, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Al, as an outsider looking in, like, you know what I mean? How does it look? Because we're all homers.
It should look like, I mean, it looked weird. It looked weird to start. I mean, because like that first, what was his first couple of games? He was his first game against the Rams.
Yeah,
he was thrown in because of
Kyle. But like when he got in, even though I think no, y'all didn't. I don't know who won the game or whatever. But when he got in, he literally looked like, you know what I'm saying, like he was still timid and still wasn't ready to play. And like I think that was like the first couple of games. It wasn't like he was ready to play off. And that was probably week 5, week 6, right?
Something like that. About 6.
Yeah, but it was like week 6. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I mean, but Marcus' point is perfect. Like you got to say something to make it look good. I mean, it's like, a whole.
You had 19 surgeries.
Yeah, my guy. Come on.
And almost lost the damn leg, bro.
You had nigga, his life was on the line. Like his whole life was on the line.
He should be looking at that like they was trying to protect his ass. He should be happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think everybody views it that way, except, but like you said, it just now that we're talking about it, it makes more sense. It was a complete PR move.
I mean, it was a great story though. Don't get me wrong. It was one of the most memorable seasons we had in a little while.
Yeah,
I agree. Especially as like a guy like Alex Smith is good for your locker room, especially like I mean, just in general, like teams need guys like that in their locker room. It's almost like you're a specialist or something.
Right.
And, I mean, just speaking on the topic of specialists, right? Or what in all different sports, what do y'all think is like the best I guess you would say the hardest specialist job to do. Like, let's say a 3-point specialist in the NBA, a kicker, punter, a defender, like an enforcer type, Charles Oakley type dude, a home run specialist, base stealer, like those type of jobs. Like, which do you think is the hardest? Easiest. My fault.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go
respectfully though.
I'm gonna have to rock with a punter, honestly. I just don't see. I mean, punters, they're on the team. First of all, their job is way easier than a field goal kicker.
Mm-hmm.
You may go out 2-3 times a game, depending on how tight your offense is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even still, you don't hear like punters losing their jobs all the time, or even if you shank a punter can shank a punt. Nigga, right. Don't do that shit again, type shit. But a field goal kicker, can miss a game in a field goal, and it's death threats. So I just think that as a punter, shout out to Tressway too. Oh yeah, shout out to Tressway. I just think as a punter, like it's like you could start the season. It's like they come hit or miss. I mean, it's just punt the goddamn ball. Now don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's not hard, but when it comes to just get on the football team or just in the sport in general, because I'm just kicking the ball to the opposite end, and I got to make sure that I put it in a certain area.
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
I would say like them real like rugged hockey defensemen. Like they really don't skate well. They don't have really like offensive skills. They just like beat people up. When they get too close to the net and shit, they just like a body. Not a goalie, because a goalie is like supreme skill. But like an enforcer, a defensive enforcer, just like a guy that's 6'3", 6'4", 220 pounds, 230
Tom
pounds.
Wilson.
Yeah, and just know how to put his body on somebody, and not a great skater, just been around the rink. Yeah,
I can't skate, nor can I shoot, but I will destroy you.
Well, so are you just saying specifically hockey, or you just mean enforcers in like all team sports? Because basically all team sports, you can apply that to basketball, football, like what I'm saying.
Yeah, you need a guy that can like take fouls, take good fouls.
And just intimidate the other team. You know what I'm saying? Just rough people up a little bit, throw niggas off their game.
Don't got good feet, don't really got good hands, get up there and block some shots, contest shit. Oh, Kendrick Perkins made us, he made a whole career of that shit.
Remember Jahidi White? Remember his
Jahidi White? Yeah.
That nigga was big, nothing else. He was just a big ass nigga. He was like,
and he was sloppy as shit.
Yeah, but he had no real skill. He was just big.
Hey, B, remember we used to see him at work, and this nigga just always had like ketchup stains on his shirt.
Right, nigga, fix yourself, dog.
Yeah, there's a lot of there. Yeah.
I was thinking a long snapper. You know what I'm saying? That speaking on the the topic of a punter, because I think the punter still has a little bit of pressure on them, to try to kick it inside the 20, You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. But a long snapper, all he literally has to do is just snap the ball to the punter and just block the nigga in front of him. And a lot of the time, the long snapper don't even got a nigga in front of him. You know what I'm saying?
He's just standing there looking.
He literally just snapped his ball and that's it. So
how many times have you said like or seen like a team needs and it'd be like LS team needs a long snapper? Like never.
And it seemed like what's my man name? Ethan Albright.
Yeah.
It seemed like he played for every team, don't it?
Yeah, who's the dude for the Redskins?
Ethan Albright.
Ethan Albright.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's been there forever. Doing the same shit.
The same shit.
Shout out to the red snapper, Ethan Albright.
Quick. I'm gonna go a base run. I mean a base filler. I guess that's the correct terminology. I don't know, because like even if you think about it, like a lot of times they just use their speed. So like once you get the count and you get the cadence down to the pitchers and literally just using your speed, you're blazing your trail. So they're going to put you in like somewhere in either outfield where you just literally are using your speed to get to the ball and hopefully make some type of relay throw to get it to the next person. But even as baseball, like I know baseball is so fucking tough and it's so tough to get on base, but growing up, our coach used to always tell us this shit. He used to be like, if you bet 3 out of 10, you can still make it to the Hall of Fame. Like, name any other sport where you're doing 30%. You're doing 30% good work, and you can literally make it to the Hall of Fame. You play basketball. you play basketball. You shoot 30% from the free throw line. You're out of the league.
You want me the high school team?
You're a kicker. You kick 30%. You're out of there. You go down the list, man. Like, so I mean, and once again, I know actually hitting a live pitch from a fucking 98 mile per hour and up is difficult, but actually being a base stealer is probably, I guess, the easiest, if you could say, in professional sports to me.
Respectfully.
So I was thinking about 3-point specialists, but that pressure is actually hard too. And at the end of the game, when you're down by 2 or 3, and you got that spotlight on you with 5 seconds, that shit is not hard, even if you like, what I'm saying, Steph Curry. But I went with special teams on kickoffs. And the reason why is because I've seen so many botched special teams on the offensive, the receiving and the kicking side. I don't even think that they have a fucking system. Like, that's how bad it is. Like, they just, if you made the team and you don't have a position, go on special teams. Like, just go run, try to tackle somebody. If you receiving the ball, just block. Like, it's that damn simple. I don't even think that they get. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they get like.
Hey, but you better be careful on the special team.
Oh, you can get hurt. You can get hurt bad.
Return team specialists, like
you can get hurt bad. But remember, y'all remember when they didn't have a rule and you could form a line and it could be like 3 people blocking at the same time. They got so many rules now that you literally are just running by yourself down the goddamn field.
And mind you, most of the time, most of the kickoffs are actually touchbacks now too. But what's his name? What's his name for the Patriots? That's probably been in the league for like 15 years now. Slater.
Oh yeah.
And he literally makes all the special teams. I mean, all the Pro Bowls off of being a special team specialist. But has no other.
Yes, coach.
Has no other position for real.
I got you, coach.
That's true.
Hey, look, them opening kickoffs. Somebody going. The Bama's be trying to hurt people on that opening kickoff, yo. Like, all right, look. Respectfully. like within the confines of the game, but guess what? I coach told me to annihilate you. Don't let it be homecoming. Lord have mercy. Trying to kill somebody.
And don't try to put one of your receivers to receive one of the kicks because they be getting destroyed.
I seen the kickoff. I can't remember who it was from Miami. Back in the day where the nigga knocked the nigga out the game off the opening kickoff. Knocked them out cold off the opening fucking kickoff. I was like, man, bro, can you that's crazy.
Gone for the whole game.
Oh man. Speaking of Miami, that shirt is fire, sir.
Oh yeah, man. Turn over chain, bro.
Hey, but switching topics, let me understand something. So the best siblings, when we say best siblings as far as like sports careers, like do you think that maybe it's possible for, I don't know, do you think that one sibling may carry the other more into their limelight than the other and that you kind of just group them together?
Hell yeah.
You think so?
I mean,
one may have a better career than the other, but you know what I'm saying? But because that one, the other one may be a great, and you just may be kind of subpar floating there, that your brother or sister's career kind of goes as you go. You know what I mean?
I think a good example of that, and I ain't trying to take nothing away from him, but I think Tua and his brother kind of like that kind of shit. I think the fact that when Tua brother going to Alabama, like, you know what I'm saying, that probably got him in the door at Alabama. And then Tua brother gonna get an opportunity in the league just because that's his brother. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
yeah. So, but I think that's an example of what you're talking about.
So what are some of y'all like? What do you think are some of the best sibling like duos or like best sibling careers?
Yeah, it gotta be started off with Serena and Venus. Like, you know, they came in the game like dominating tennis, like I think for like 6 straight years, and then it just started being, you know what I'm saying? Then Serena took over, she got better than her sister. And I always relate them to like top in sports. Venus is not as accomplished, but I feel like when they first came in, they was legit. Like
Venus was the star when they first came out. When they first came out, Venus was the star, and then Serena just skyrocketed.
That was crazy.
Was on a whole nother shit.
It's funny. I wonder how that feels. Like when the little sibling outshines you. You know what I'm saying? Like how does that's got to be like a weird feeling.
But that's like usually the case. Well, I don't know.
I was gonna say I think it is though a lot of times because I feel like the just that sibling competition, and they kind of have the older sibling to leave a like a blueprint kind of, where the older sibling kind of just figuring it out on their own. You know what I'm saying? While the younger one is kind of like watching what they do, and
you could say that, but there's probably a lot of cases where like we don't even know.
I mean,
they probably like a dentist or some shit.
And then a lot of times with the younger sibling too, they actually have to play their older sibling for the most part, like to actually make themselves a lot better.
Right. Mm-hmm. And iron sharpens iron. And I feel like the funny thing about that is if they didn't have their older sibling, like would they be as good as they are now? Because like you said, the older sibling pushes you, and especially when you're younger, you probably starting at an earlier age. You know what I mean? Not to take it away from anybody like LaMelo or anything like that, but they do.
Reggie Miller bust his ass all the time. That's what made him good. That's what made him good. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh shit!
I didn't mean to steal that from nobody. If that's what y'all was going to throw out there, I didn't mean to steal
I was going to throw that out there, but he said to this day that she still whoop his ass in basketball. Like, he admits that shit. Crazy. Yeah, he admits that shit.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna say Cheryl and Reggie. And to think about it, like to be at this point in your life and you to be grown, and I know both of them are Hall of Famers, but for you to
damn, I even PP wore her number.
Yeah, for you to publicly say like my sister will beat my ass. Most times people be like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no way like my sister or anybody, like even most people be like, there's no way my brother would beat me. Like even if the brother, if like the world renowned known as the brother's better, you'd be like, there's no way I'm gonna say my brother beat. But for you to publicly say, and you Reggie fucking Miller, be like, my sister dog my ass.
Right.
That lets you know, yo.
She wasn't playing, yo. She was not playing. But I would take the Manning brothers. Honestly, I mean, you got two. I mean, you got four Super Bowls amongst both. I mean, 4 Super Bowls. 4 Super Bowls, yo. Listen to that 4 Super. And the thing is, so what? I think Peyton played maybe like 2 or 3 more seasons than Eli. And then
Eli played more.
No, I thought Peyton Manning played more seasons than Eli. I could be wrong. I thought Peyton Manning played more because he came back and went to Denver. But anyway, the I would say respectively. I would definitely say the Manning brothers just because not only I mean they dominated, honestly. I mean Peyton Manning is Peyton Manning, and Eli, what he did in the Super Bowl against the Patriots
twice.
You know what I'm saying? Twice, and something that his brother had a tough time doing most of his career. You know what I'm saying? So it just, I don't know. That's like a perfect example of siblings just balling the fuck out, honestly.
Yeah. Real quick, you see their nephew coming up?
Yeah,
Arch Manning.
I heard about
Yeah.
That's crazy because that's the oldest brother's son. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of funny how that turned out. You know,
Cooper. Yeah, who was a receiver.
Yeah, he was a receiver. He played basketball too.
Mm-hmm.
All them niggas is like 6'5", like all of them.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But the father was flat out when he played. Like, if you look at his college stats, like, I think at Ole Miss one time he had like one season with 3,000 yards and almost like 1,000 rushing.
About
like,
Archie?
Yeah,
Archie. I mean,
he used to get jiggy.
Archie was a college legend. Yeah.
They know what they doing. This is what you do, son.
But I'm gonna go with my joint. I went with John Jones and Chandler Jones. I think those two, because Chandler Jones, I think quietly has been one of the highest sack getters in the league, like the past couple, like at least 6-7 years or something like that.
Too.
Like right behind JJ Watt, but like nobody ever really talks about him. And then you got John Jones, who's arguably, the greatest MMA fighter of all time. So like that's a hell of a bloodline right there, And
they got another one too. Arthur Jones.
Yeah.
Well, what does he do?
He played DN. He like 3-4 DN.
Just breeding niggas.
He played with the Ravens for a little bit, and I think he played with did he play with the Patriots too? I know for sure he played with the Ravens.
Arthur Jones, I feel like the Falcons. Why I feel like that name? I see. I don't know. I could be wrong though, but yeah, that's crazy though. That's how you got two sons in the league. Both these niggas defensive line. Like, there's no way these niggas wasn't fighting growing up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all y'all niggas can do combat. Like, all three of y'all niggas. That's crazy. Yeah, crazy.
I got an honorable mention. The Fuller brothers.
Yeah.
All four of them niggas went to the league. So you have four brothers that made it to the league.
All of them.
That's
That's a real
Yeah.
Shout out to the Hokies. Shout out to the Hokies.
Crazy. Yeah, shout out to the Hokies.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
The McCourties too.
Oh yeah.
Oh
damn.
The McCourties.
The Morrises.
The Morris twins.
The Currys. We can't forget about the Currys.
Yeah, Steph.
Yep.
The
I got an old one.
The Watts.
The Watts. Yeah.
All three of them. They got three in the league too.
Yep.
An old school pick, Dominique and Gerald Wilkins.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Oh,
they were the same number.
Groby.
Yep.
You took that all the way back with that one. Gerald Wilkins was solid. Like, he wasn't no scrub. I think he probably averaged 20 points a game a couple times, something like that.
Mike used to cook him though.
Mm-hmm. You got everybody.
You take that shit personal.
What you gonna do?
You take that shit personal. But another topic of NBA star taking something personal. Kyrie has a personal opinion that the NBA logo should be changed and renewed, revamped to the old time way to having Kobe Bryant as the NBA logo. Are y'all rocking with this? Are you rocking with this explanation?
I'm not
he's entitled to it. He's entitled to it. I just don't say everything that I think sometimes. But he's definitely entitled to how he feels. It's I guess also maybe he wants to see some type of change, just a new direction. There's nothing wrong with that. But me, I'm kind of I like the nostalgia of the Jordan logo.
They ain't Jordan, that's Jerry West.
Jerry West. I'm sorry. And I just feel as though like that in itself is just, I don't know. It's gonna always be iconic to me. But guess what? If they changed it, I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah, I can play a clip when he said the shit. Memento. Bear with me.
Nope.
Well, number one, I think as a native black man, as a native black king, I think it's part of my responsibility to continue to push our generation, our culture forward. I know that it probably was met with some people that love it. I love the idea, and some people that don't like it. But my thing is, we're drafting guys even younger now, guys that are coming out of different places, and he was the standard for our generation, and he will continue on. And I want that to be something in history that has changed forever. That our generation was part of that change, and if that means that I have to lead that forward and get the conversation going, then great. But I think he deserves it. I think his family deserves it. I think we deserve it as seeing greatness personified as Mamba. And anyone that's coming into the league, that's the example that was set. And I'm only saying that just speaking about Kobe. I don't want to discredit any of our other historical players that have done amazing things for the league. I'm not discrediting anyone when I say that Kobe should be the logo, because we have so many examples of guys that did things on and off the floor that were leaps and bounds for us to be where we are now. So I'm just saying present day, I think it was 224. It was only a year after the memorial, and you know, it's just a refresher that this is the guy for us. He's the guy for me. He's my mentor, more than just an inspiration. I took a lot of knowledge and wisdom from that guy, and he's always around me. And Gigi's always around me. And I know that in the women's game, we want to continue to push things forward, but in our game too, we want to set a standard and a precedent. Like this is excellence. Kobe Bryant logo. Yes, needs to happen. I don't care what anyone says. Black Kings built the league. It's exactly what I meant. It's exactly what I think.
That's what I'm saying. He's entitled to that. You know what
I have absolutely nothing to be mad about with that shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
To be honest with you, I mean, even whether you agree or not, you can tell he coming from a really honest place. You know what I'm saying? Like you can tell he means all good intention. So, but like I can't be mad. And it's just at the end of the day, it's a suggestion. Like it ain't gonna hurt nobody. Like you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so really no problem with it.
I just like how you say as a black native. Like I think he means something deeper than that when he's saying shit like that.
Yeah,
of course. I mean,
and then the hat he's wearing
the
too.
Native
He did that on
American.
purpose, nigga. He 190% did that on purpose. Nigga wore a native hat and said as a black man, nigga, like that was a message, like shit.
But if you're looking at the comments, like people just breezing through their whole message. So
Right.
Yeah, but that was a clear message right now. I promise y'all.
The ones that know.
Because you really don't be seeing a lot of excuse me, you don't see a lot of niggas pushing that message. So you can, but that was like a passive aggressive way of doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And it was a clean hat and a match, and he played for the Nets. Like
Oh no, he be wearing that all black shit for a reason, like the same reason Jay-Z be wearing all black all the time. Like you know, but that's some other shit. That's OT right there.
OT, fuck us with the old time, yeah. But yeah, I mean, Black Kings did build the league.
Yeah, it's the truth.
So, yeah, I agree.
I mean, they do need an update. I mean, they probably won't update it because I don't know why, but they probably do need an update. You know,
yeah,
they update everything else. They update jerseys every year. They update, graphics every year. Like,
right.
Speed that shit up.
So remember when this conversation was going on, even before Kobe's, passing, and you don't ever hear like Stern or the commissioner or any of them bring that subject up. Yeah, they almost try to overlook it because they don't even want that to be a topic of discussion. You know what I'm saying? Like
sweep it under the rug.
Exactly, because they want that they want your man. Who's the guy on the logo now?
Jerry West.
Jerry West, yeah. I
don't even know like the importance of that shit for real. Like, what's the importance of Jerry West?
Exactly. Like, he's not
like a pioneer.
Yeah, he wasn't the best player in the league. So that that has probably some history behind it, and I think that's why they have like that as symbolism of the NBA. But that would be, man, I don't know. That would be awesome to try to dig into it and see what.
I think that another reason I don't think that there is a clear-cut answer as to why they haven't changed that shit. You know what I mean? It's like because like they sweeping it under the rug because technically, who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you want to put Kobe on there? Like, or why wouldn't you want to put another great, or you know what I'm saying? Like, because the time has been like Jerry West, bro. That's what we talk about, Jerry West.
And why wouldn't you want to like do something like you said, be like change it for generation to generation, like maybe even every 20 years, you know what I'm saying? Like think about 10, 20 years from now, ain't nobody going to know who Jerry West was, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got black people, like, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody in the league black,
right?
Kids, white nigga on the goddamn.
Kids can't even tell you like music that came out like 10 years ago. So,
right. So, but if you look at the evolution,
that's some real shit though.
Like it's mostly black now, but it's like the percentages are going up and up and up and up. Like I'm not bragging or nothing, but like year to year, I think we're at like 97% now African American in the league. So if you just think about, we get to 99%, why they having a Jerry West, a big ass white guy as the goddamn logo.
Completely contradictory.
That's OT too. Let's get to.
I think the only thing I think my only take, and I pass it down, but my only thing with the joint is it sets a weird precedent, like a weird precedent. Like Kobe passed tragically, you know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to take anything away from Kobe and like his legacy, but like Kobe passed tragically. So what happens if another great king, another great like person comes within the next 15 to 10 years. Like, are we going to change the NBA logo in the event that they tragically pass and they did like the same numbers that Kobe did? You know what I mean? And like, so I would say maybe it's not the NBA logo. Maybe it's like a trophy that's named after him, like the All-Star Game trophy, or maybe like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who the fuck Larry O'Brien is either. And we were watching this game. Wow,
you're right. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who the Larry O'Brien is. And like,
you're right.
We know that was it the Robert Naismith Hall of Fame, and that's the person that invented the basketball. Invented basketball. And so we could get an understanding if it was like the Robert Naismith trophy that won the joint or whatever. But the Larry O'Brien trophy, and nobody know who the fuck Larry O'Brien. So maybe if it was like the Rookie of the Year, or maybe if it was like like it was the Kobe Bryant Rookie of the Year trophy, or the Kobe Bryant All-Star Game trophy, or something along those lines. I don't know, but it just sets a weird precedent for me. That's the only thing that just threw me off about it.
But it's like I remember I seen like a video like not too long ago. I want to say Trae Young's rookie season. Like they was like, trying on all their jerseys and stuff, and I'm taking like photo ops and shit. So they was asking all the rookies in the room who's the greatest, and like I want to say like 95% of them said Kobe. Like that's what he mean to that generation. Yeah. So moving forward to get the fans and the ratings and all that shit. Maybe they do.
Yeah,
it may be a smart move for real.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be? Do you think that if they asked what if this was Jordan? Do you think that it would be more or less pushback if it was Jordan? Like, do you think that, you know what I'm saying? Because who's to say that like they would be more inclined to do Jordan than Kobe? But why is that? You know what I'm saying? So then you get into the whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's more marketable. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that shit?
So changing gears a little bit, we said All-Stars, we said All-Star trophy. All-Star trophy, and then I think, like I said, I think it could have been like an All-Star trophy, All-Star game. But All-Star game is this weekend. All-Star game is this weekend in Atlanta. Y'all got any real snubs? I think my biggest snub, and I start off. My biggest snub is Trae Young, just because we were just talking about him. And the reason I say Trae Young is it's in Atlanta. Like, I know
right.
It might not be like. Trae Young he's borderline. He's a fringe-worthy player for the All-Star game this year. But I feel like when you have the All-Star game in somebody's cities, if they are borderline, you lean towards making them the All-Star because it brings more fans to the city and it brings more for them. So
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I was gonna say him too. For sure. I think also, but and that's not to take nothing away from the East Scott. The All-Star lineup is still stacked. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying. Motherfuckers average. He is the Atlanta. He is Atlanta. 27 points, 9 rebounds, something a game, right? This nigga's balling in his city.
Yeah, I agree with those two, but I'm gonna go with Brandon Ingram. I think the reason why, because last year he putting up better numbers than he did last year, and he made it last year, and he's not making it this year. So, that's
he balling though.
That, as simple as that. Like he actually improved, and he did make it this year. So
that's true. I'm gonna say Devin Booker again, bro. Like he been balling this year too, and they actually got a better record this year. Everybody kept saying,
he got subbed in, right?
Yeah, for AD.
He got subbed in.
Yeah.
For Anthony Davis.
Okay, yeah.
But either way, yeah.
And Sabonis got subbed in for KD, right?
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Okay. Balling too, bro.
I was gonna be balling too. Because if he ain't make it, that was a snub too.
Yeah, he's one of the more underrated players in the league.
Yeah. You know who else like on a horrible team but like been balling right behind Sabonis? Randall.
He made it.
He made it. Yeah.
He did? Oh,
yeah.
Damn.
Reserve, yeah.
But I feel like Sabonis was a little bit above him. That's crazy that he just made it.
Yeah.
Who you got, B?
I said Trae Young. My honorable mention though, I think Butler. I think Butler, but I also think that, man, what he did in the finals last year, man.
The shit couldn't carry over.
Yeah. That nigga, he had
to carry it over.
But he had to carry that. He carried that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like he carried that team, and for them to have like the start the NBA season like back to back like that, I don't think he's like rested. That motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He's still recovering from you know what I'm saying, going all the way to the finals last year and carrying that team.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Jimmy said I think they said they had nominated Jimmy to take KD's spot, but Jimmy said he wasn't going to play if Bam wasn't going to be there.
And that's who I got as an all-star snub. That's what I got. Bam.
Yo, Bam is a beast.
Yeah, I said this in previous episodes. Like he has a rare talent.
He does.
Super rare talent.
His skill set is only him. He the only one like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a Jordan Reed.
He's special. Yeah, B. That's pretty
like accurate. A Jordan Reed.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like that. I said like a Jordan Reed. Like ain't nobody like that.
He's like a purebred, like, you know what I mean? But he's also very skilled. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That to be a 7-footer and be skilled like that is rare. You know what I'm saying? But he has like guard athleticism.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's weird. You know what I'm saying? Shit is
like
crazy.
A unicorn. Yeah. He's a black unicorn. You could talk about Luca. A unicorn. Yeah, that's what I got. Anybody else got any sleepers? I can run down. Who?
No, I was just gonna say real quick. Do y'all think real quick should it be the best 24 or should it be East or West All Stars?
I think East or West. Yeah.
I just like the competitiveness of it. You know what I'm saying?
And I like the format they did last year when up by 2 shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
That made it more competitive too. The end. It's always gonna have a good ending no matter what. Now you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I still think it should be, something on the line, like home court advantage in the finals and shit, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel you on that.
But you know who got home court advantage right here?
Fifth Quarter Podcast.
Fifth Quarter Podcast on your ass every.
Whoa.
Yep. And we on your ass. Now what?
And what, nigga?
Weekly on your ass. You can't even run and hide. We on that thing. every weekly
Wednesdays. Wow. Wow. It's hot. Hey, we out here. Fifth Quarter Podcast, man.
Yeah. See y'all, Oh, and just want to let y'all know y'all can drag your cursor in the time bar. It breaks down all the sections to make it easier listening, easier viewing. And we out here. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Peace.